In this section, we look at some of the trends or themes that we can glean from the data on the data. So what's data on the data? It's the statistics on the actual data usage by market participants such as traders, wealth managers, or anyone who accesses the data and news feeds. Refinitiv have billions of data points that are used per day. There will be obvious trends, and we can expect the most heavily traded stocks, for instance, or major market themes to have the highest number of data hits, both in terms of viewing headlines and accessing price and volume data. For instance, with crude oil recently rallying back to and retesting the breakdown levels that were created at the beginning of the oil price war, news about OPEC and crude oil inventories were regularly the top stories and tickers, with Brent crude futures some of the most frequently accessed codes. It's this usage of data that can be analysed for trends. For instance, it can highlight emerging trends that reflect shifts in investment patterns and new themes from which we can profit. In this aggregated and anonymous format, we can see where momentum in data usage is beginning to build, helping to spot trends whilst they're still in their infancy. We can also see how existing themes are evolving. One such theme has been the rise of the retail trader. Since March, retail traders have been increasingly active in equity markets and have, in many ways, become the cheerleaders for the rally, even though there have been many other key and indeed dominant players involved. Retail has clearly been driving an interest in less well-known equity names. We can see this increase in private investor data usage on the platform, not just in the equity space, but also across many asset classes, including commodities and foreign exchange. Within the US, we have been seeing an increased ticker usage across some of the retail favourites such as Hertz and Chesapeake. We've also seen an increase in the use of tickers for other smaller stocks such as Carver Bancorp. Institutional hits on these tickers has generally kept pace with the names that the retail crowd are following, the hits generally matching the move in price. Occasionally we see a name where the hits have lagged the share price. One such name is Urban One, a US community radio station which in this case saw the rise in price and volumes leading the pickup in hits on Refinitiv's Icon platform. This was one of a number of names where the interest and demand appears to have been building retail momentum via social media. In many cases, retail investors are using these names like penny stocks, looking for a short-term 4x or 5x return. Many names are below the institutional radar. Retail is a new entrant. They are trading via online brokerages, via handheld devices, following headlines and tips via social media, building a new network of stock pickers with a very different set of criteria to the existing and pre-COVID trader base. This may be a short-lived flash in the pan based around a few mini-manias, but it also could be indicating a shift in the wavefront of investing, in which the individual investor, many of whom cut their teeth on Bitcoin, are trading using technology and media in a new way. The data on the data suggests that we may need to watch this wave of momentum investing in case it develops into a permanent style of investor base. And you can now get the big conversations from Refinitiv as a flash update on your Alexa device or Google Assistant. And if you want to know more about how to download it to your smart speaker, please go to refinitiv.com/flash briefing.